All right, guys, welcome back. This is the day I have been looking forward to since Sunday now. It is now Thursday. We are 2 days out from my competition, and I am definitely leaning out. Me pushing myself yesterday with right around 20,000 steps, getting a gym workout in that day, and doing my manual labor job. I definitely burned off quite a few calories and definitely lost a little bit more body fat, I think. So, I mean, I'm definitely see more lines coming in my arms, even with this crap lighting. So, we're starting off the carb up day with something a little bit classic. It is the French toast. Now, obviously, I'm staying away from as many artificial sweeteners and processed sugars as I can, trying to keep any sort of inflammation down that I could have in my skin. So instead of putting sucralose into the egg whites like I normally would do, I simply took a banana, chopped it up, put it into the blender, blended it with the egg whites, used that as a sweetness, and it seemed like it helped keep a little bit more volume to the bread actually. So I have one banana, 8 servings of egg whites, 4 slices of bread, and then I also put a serving of blueberries in there too to help with that. Since I can't have any syrup, I wanted to make sure I had plenty of fruits in there to sweeten it up. So this is the first meal. It's going to be a little bit higher protein. The bread is 647 bread, so it has more fiber. Make sure I eat this in the morning. That way the fiber has time to digest. As I go through the day, this is probably the highest sodium meal too. So as I go through the day, there's going to be less and less vegetables and fiber and more fast digesting carbs. That way everything goes into my system and out of my system rather quickly. Also, there's no added salts on anything, so I can't be adding salt. Trying to sodium deplete, so I'm not going to add any salt, but I'm not going to be overly cautious on the foods that I eat either. So whatever sodium's in the food is in the food. And then tomorrow we will completely cut sodium out or keep it as minimal as humanly possible. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and dig into my meal, and I will see you guys at the next glorious carb up meal. All right, so I apologize for the traffic noise. Just trying to work with what I got here. And we are back with meal number. This will be meal 2 and meal 4 for the day. So I have 2 of the same meals, and this is actually what I'm kind of excited for. So we have a blueberry banana oatmeal. So I put 200 grams of scrambled egg whites. Egg whites have like a really bland taste. So, I mean, if you think about it, there's eggs in like cake and stuff. So just scramble it up. That's how I get my protein. I'm not putting any protein powder in this. Like I said, trying to stay away from a lot of the processed stuff and just stick with more of the natural. So then I have a banana that I mashed up, blueberries to sweeten it up a little bit, and also a serving of PB Fit, so it has some peanut butter taste to it. And I think, what is it, 200 grams of egg whites. Should come out to about like 35 grams of protein, bunch of carbs, right around like 600 to 700 calories. So pretty high calorie meal, but not for a carb up, because I'm trying to force more glycogen into the body than what I burn off in a day. So going to try that out. And also, I don't think I mentioned in the first part, but my water is getting cut in half today. So I'm going to have roughly about 80 to 100 ounces of water compared to the 2.5 gallons of water I've been drinking the past few days trying to water load. So I'm going to go ahead and dig into this. I'm going to keep them nice and short here because we have a few meals to get through before the end of the day, and I don't keep you guys in a 20-minute video if I don't have to. So until meal number 3, I will catch you guys then. Alrighty guys, welcome back. So this meal here is a Swanker original. I mean, you guys are not going to believe how good this tastes. I mean, I guarantee you guys have never actually even heard of it. It's chicken, broccoli, and rice. If you guys have heard of it, comment down below and let me know what you guys think of it. But I haven't heard anyone ever having this meal before. You know, it's obviously if you do any sort of bodybuilding, you know this is a very, very common, boring meal, especially with no added sauces to it. But at this point, anything tastes good that is a carb, honestly. So, yeah, I think my sodium today so far is at 1,400 milligrams, which is extremely low. Like I said, my sodium intake is normally about 12 grams a day, at least, because I take rock salt and put it in, and I'm sucking on rock salt for most of the day. Every time I feel like my leg's cramping up, I just grab a little pinch and go for it. But yeah, not today. And I can definitely tell my legs aren't cramping, but they're definitely tight. Like I could use more sodium, but I gotta deplete the sodium, that way it thins the skin out a little bit, and then I will load up on the sodium tomorrow at some point during the day whenever my cramps start getting too bad. So this meal here has 3 servings of rice, 2 servings of broccoli, so 50 calories of broccoli, and only 1 serving of chicken. Keeping the protein low, that way everything digests quickly. I just need enough protein to get my body through. You know, with all the extra carbs, I really don't need my body weight in protein. Like 0.7, 0.8 grams per pound of body weight is more than enough. So, yeah, so this is the only chicken, broccoli, and rice meal. The other ones are chicken, broccoli, and peas, which I love peas, but I only had enough for the meal, so I had to make up for it with broccoli in this one. But yeah, this is the extent of my carb up, and my water is cut down to about 100 ounces. And I am really, really thirsty. So I'm just trying to sip on the water to make sure it lasts as long as possible. And yeah, it should be a fun day. Like, my energy's not as high as what I was expecting, and I'm not feeling out as much as I was expecting either. So depending on how much I feel out, I might need to do another heavy carb up day tomorrow as well. I was planning on taking it easier, let everything digest, and then not really eat that much tomorrow. But I think I might need to do another heavy carb up day depending on what I look like in the morning. So I guess we're just going to go by looks, and whatever I need to do and adjust, I'm going to do and adjust as I go. So also, my weight is another thing that I'm worried about. I weighed in at 237.8, so almost 238 pounds at the end of the carb depletion. So that means I only have 8 pounds till weight cap. So I'm not sure how much weight I'm going to gain with the carb load, but I need to be really careful with that, especially with, it's my scale, it's not their scale. The last time I weighed in on their scale weighed me like 3 or 4 pounds heavier than mine was. So that's another thing that I'm really worried about. I mean, worst case scenario, I just have to sweat out a couple pounds quickly, because I want to make sure I'm there at the beginning of weigh-ins, but it's not something that I would want to do this optimal. So I'm going to go ahead and get to eating this, and I'll see you guys at one of the next meals. All right, so we are back again with another oatmeal meal. So again, 200 grams of egg whites, the blueberries, and peanut butter powder. And this just wasn't quite sweet enough for me, so I went and picked up some organic honey. And per tablespoon is 60 calories, so I figured we put about a tablespoon and a half, roughly. And that might take a little bit to mix in, but mix that in and see if it sweetens it up a little bit, because like I said, just not quite sweet enough. But I'm also going to use that to sweeten up my peanut butter powder mixture that I have for tomorrow. Since tomorrow is a complete sodium depletion, I get the pure peanut butter protein powder, sweeten it up and put it on rice cakes and just sort of like snack on that throughout the day. Make sure I want to hit weight cap. But oh, much better, much better. So this entire meal, I believe, is right around 500 calories. Let me say 300 for the oatmeal, 100 for the eggs, 400. Bananas, 90, 490. That's 560 calories. That's not too bad. So I'm gonna be eating like a total of around 5,000 calories today. I'm not going super heavy on a carb up. I want to see how my body reacts to a medium carb up day. And then tomorrow, if I need to, I can crank the carbs up tomorrow leading into the show. So, water, I have about 70% of the water drank for the day so far. It's 1 o'clock. I usually get to bed, usually around 8:30, 9 o'clock, about that time. And tomorrow I will be completely cutting water out and dehydrating throughout the day until I get to the body composition I want, and then just sip on water to maintain that composition. So tomorrow's also going to be a bit of a fun day too with food. I'll be sure to make a video on that with the sodium depletion, also with the dehydration process and what all goes into that. But I have 3 more main meals after this, and then probably 1 meal after that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for the final meal. You guys might be just as surprised as I am at this point. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly. Whatever I'm really craving, I'm gonna have, because at this point, basically the diet's over and you're just eating to fill your body back up. This is the part of Hell Week that's really not so much hell. It's kind of enjoyable. You get to sit back, take a deep breath, and relax a little bit, and sort of just coast your way into the show. So still gotta be careful with some stuff, but for the most part, breathe a sigh of relief. But I am going to get to finishing up this meal, go for a nice little walk, make sure everything's digesting properly, and I'll catch you guys at the following meal. All right, guys, so we are back. This is not the final meal, but I decided to get a little bit crazy here, and we're having Smurf protein oatmeal. So the blueberries sort of colored it blue, and the strawberries sort of give it a different greenish tint, kind of weird looking, but it tastes pretty good. So I have in here 2 servings of blueberries, a serving of strawberries, 1 serving of honey, 2 servings of oatmeal, and 368 grams of egg whites, I believe. So getting my protein in and getting a lot of carbs. The chicken, broccoli, and chicken, rice, and peas was getting a little bit old. So I'm splitting those meals up. I'll probably have one of them tomorrow. I was getting bored with that, so might as well make things a little bit wild right before the competition, right? But I'm going to go ahead and dig into this, and see you guys at the final meal. All right, everyone, so I am finishing off the night with a banana ice cream that I made. So I put 3 bananas in here, 2 servings of chocolate chip morsels, and 2 servings of a fat-free cottage cheese. So keeping the fat low, but still getting some protein in. I'm finishing the day off. I had some apples here and there, snacking in between. So in total, I had 5,550 calories. Not a crazy carb up, but I still have tomorrow yet to fill out some carbs if need be. So I made sure I went for plenty of walks today, keep everything cycling through. And I'm actually really whooped with all the food I've eaten. I'm surprised I don't have more energy, but I'm really drained right now. So going to eat this and probably hit the hay. And then tomorrow is going to be the sodium depletion and water depletion. I'll have a whole different video on that coming up in the near future. I'm going to try to get this video up tonight. If I don't get up tonight, I'll definitely have it up tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're ending the day with 979 grams of carbs, 318 grams of protein, and then I'm not sure where the fat's at. The fat's under 100. It's pretty low, but I just want to keep that low. That way, digestion, because fat will slow your digestion down. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get to eating this, and I'm going to hit the hay. You all have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.